Hey guys, oh boy, this is gonna be a hard video. I wasn't even planning on doing a video about this, but the last couple weeks, this has been brought to my attention, and digging into this in the last couple of days, I just sat there realizing the implications of all this, and I thought, what? How could they let this get to this point? How could this happen? For those of you who are not aware of this, something came up recently in regards to the COPPA Act, which is Child Online Protective something or other. I don't remember the full name off the top of my head, but basically YouTube got into a lot of trouble not too long ago, fined millions and millions of dollars for showing videos that were not meant for children, but children were watching this without parental consent. You could do some research into it, like COPPA, YouTube, or whatever. But the bottom line is that YouTube got into a lot of trouble, and the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission in the United States government, has decided to enforce this law starting January 1st of 2020, that anyone, you have to specifically mark your video for kids or not for kids. If your video is for kids, you won't be able to see the video in your search results, you won't be able to see it in your recommendeds list, you won't be able to comment. There's no engagement with the audience. If it isn't for kids, kids obviously won't be able to watch it, but if there's some things in there like cartoon characters, bright colors, and certain words that are considered family friendly, it's real. I'm not even gonna try to use it because then I could possibly get flagged and fined for this. But if you're found within violation, you cannot get monetized. It'll be marked as for kids. And then you could possibly face a civil penalty or a lawsuit up to $42,000. Now, on the flip side of that, YouTube is known for its overblown exaggeration when it comes to certain things happening. People are saying that the world's ending because of it, that the government's out to destroy freedom of speech, which this definitely does sound like it to some degree. Maybe it's not as serious as people are making it out to be, but the restrictions are still there. And also, in all fairness, they are still ironing out the details, and they're allowing people to voice their concerns until December 9th. I think there's a petition out there somewhere, and they have said that they're not able to go after every single user, and that they could go after certain people who have built certain empires or whatever that are in violation of this law. But even still, we all know how YouTube algorithm works with their bots. Remember when the whole fair use thing was a problem? This is only going to make it worse. And to tell you the truth, ever since finding out about this, it's been a roller coaster of emotions for me, personally. I've been terrified, scared, annoyed, irritated, and I've cried a couple times. I'm trying not to cry right now. I'm sorry, guys. I don't get this vulnerable with you, but to tell you the truth, it has scared me to my core. Because I have worked so hard for this. I have worked so hard to put these videos up, and I know how much you guys like them. And I don't want this to possibly end everything that I've worked so hard to build. And I've looked into other areas on the internet. There are other sites out there that I could use, like BitChute or DTube or Dailymotion. None of those sites are as popular as YouTube, but those do sound like pretty good alternatives, and I'm going to be looking into those pretty soon. But could this all be fixed by the time January comes? It could be, yeah, but I don't really see it as worth the risk at this point. I'm not going to delete my channel. I'm just going to sit and wait for this to happen. And if you're wondering why I haven't been posting videos in a while, it's because I don't know if I want to release any more videos on here, like Star Wars The Last Jedi, or my solo review, or even do a video on Rise of Skywalker, which, if I use any footage in that could be potentially viewed as, oh, that's for kids. Star Wars is for kids. You have to mark it for kids. Star Wars is for everybody. It's not just for children. Adults, like me, I'm 29 years old. I love Star Wars. And so do other people around my age. And people who are older than me. Same thing for Marvel or Spider-Man, Batman. Not just kids are into this. Anybody who's anybody will love this stuff. It's a way of embracing our inner child. And for people in higher echelon positions to think that that's only for kids, that to me is complete ignorance. and a lack of understanding of how the world is right now. I don't want to sound like one of those people who's acting like the world's going to end or the sky's going to fall, but truth be told, guys, this has scared me to death about what this could mean for my channel. Because my videos are not for kids. They are not for kids. If kids want to watch them, fine. But there's stuff in there that adults can like too. And I don't really curse in my videos that much, if at all. And if I do, I let people know, hey, there's going to be some words in here that I don't like to use on my channel. My videos are for just about anybody who can enjoy it. And I would leave it up to the parents to decide, maybe my kids shouldn't watch this. But it's accessible to any age. And if YouTube was to offer that third option where people of any age could watch it, then maybe I would be okay with it. But the fact that it's got to be one extreme or the other, that does not make me sleep well at night. And there's people out there that are talking about this, but some of my favorite YouTubers, I think only one or two have brought it up. Guys, this is going to affect everybody. We cannot take this lightly. We have to figure out a way to combat this. Why should me and the rest of us have to pay the price for some stupid parents out there who didn't do their job? Now, I was told to consult my local congressman to see what the information is, and I'm going to try to do that at some point soon, but I've also started to download some of my videos as a backup. And I plan on doing that in the past anyway, because you never know the way YouTube is. But this, guys, I don't really know what to do from this point on. I really don't know. At least through YouTube. I definitely want to continue doing this on some video sharing website like the ones that I mentioned. If it's someplace like DTube or BitChute or Dailymotion, which doesn't have comment sections, but okay, whatever. If there's any other way I could do this, or if YouTube somehow realizes their mistake, because they apparently just threw their creators to the wolves saying, that's your problem, that's not our problem. That to me is complete bullshit. Oh yeah, just because I cursed, this video's not for children. So ridiculous. But guys, I want to assure you, I'm not going to give up. I will find ways to express my opinion because I love talking about this stuff. I love discussing film, pop culture, Star Wars, Spider-Man, all that stuff. And I don't know if any of those words are going to get me in trouble anyways, since they're for kids. I've already started a Patreon account, and again, if you guys are able to afford it, or if you want to donate at least $1 or so a month, that's totally fine. But you could also follow me on my Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram accounts. The links will be in the description below, and my Patreon link will be there too. And you could even follow me on Letterboxd. I'll put a link in that description there. You could follow me on there too. But guys, I don't know what to do with YouTube anymore. I mean, I thought that fair use was all I had to worry about. But this whole COPPA situation, this is only going to make it worse. Maybe YouTube and the FTC will explain this later on down the line, so that's why I'm going to wait and see what comes out of this. But guys, for in worst case scenario comes up, I might have to move to another website. Because if they really do intend to stick to their guns on this one in this way, I don't think it's worth the risk getting fined over 42 grand. I can't afford that. I don't want to have to pay millions and millions of dollars for something that I did wrong. I was just making videos. It's about stuff that I'd like to talk about. Nobody should have to do that. And what's going to happen with the other corporations that, like sports leagues, for instance, like the NFL, since sports are also for kids? No, it's not just for kids. Adults like sports too. What, you going to fine the NFL the millions and millions of dollars for posting kid content? And that's just one example I've talked about, but what about movie studios? What about entertainment websites that talk about just about everything? From family films to R-rated films? Again, maybe it's not as extreme as what I'm making it out to be, and it's probably not that extreme, but still, there's a lot of uncertainty out there. None of us know what's going to happen, and that's what makes it even more stressful. I don't know if petitions really work. I mean, most of the petitions I see don't really work anyway, but if there's anything, you could look this up on Google. I'm sure you can find it somewhere. And I think you can find the link to the FTC, and if there's any way that you want to voice your concerns, please say it politely, but be persuasive, but be polite. Raise the awareness on this. We can't just sweep this under the rug. That can't happen. Again, if you want to follow me on my social media pages, you can check out the links in the description below and stay tuned for any updates. I really appreciate you guys following me and leaving your feedback on my videos. And whatever the outcome is in this situation, I will find a way. I will find a way to get some content out there for you guys. And I promise you guys, whatever happens, I will let you all know. So hopefully, not for one of the last times. Thank you guys for listening to me, and I apologize for getting a little too emotional there a little while ago, but the implications are really scary, and I don't want to have that all thrown away. And I will see you all very soon.